Still a lot of guys in camp, obviously. But this is your fifth preseason game already. Are you starting to see, what you've wanted to see, I guess, to this point?
Yeah, I think some guys are starting to separate themselves. Some guys in a good way, some guys maybe not in the way that they want, but that's what camp's for. That's what these games have been for, and we'll be cutting down again here pretty soon. But yeah, like I said, there's going to be some stiff competition here for some spots.
There's going to be a lot of guys that don't make it, obviously. Can there be a lot to be learned maybe in that situation for the guys who have to go through that from what Danforth did last year? I mean, he wanted to be here and worked his way back, basically.
Yeah. Talk to Danny. I don't think he had his best camp. He was in his exit, it wasn't a lack of effort. He didn't have his best. He didn't show himself. And, you don't know how many kicks at the can you're going to get as far as preseason games and practice. Every practice is important, every scrimmage, every preseason. I got to make decisions. So last year, Danny was on the outside looking in. This year, I think he's one of the best guys in camp. If I'm being full disclosure, I've noticed him from day one. So he's prepared. His testing was off the charts. You can see it even when guys are getting tired. He's coming on stronger, and it's giving him confidence. So he's a great example of preparation meets opportunity, and he's prepared this year, and he's going to be playing on the top line tonight because he's caught my eye.
I think he's had a chance to really figure out a plan yet for Yurchek for this year, or is that still kind of up in the air?
Still evaluating, yeah. Though there's been no decision made on him where he's going, what he's doing. He's still trying to make this team, as far as I know.
I mean, he's a different situation than maybe Matejchuk as well, because he's not bound by that CHL, NHL thing, right? I mean, he could go to Cleveland. He could go any number.
Yeah, we have more options with him, just due to the rules and how it lays out. With Matejchuk, I mean, it's either here or there. I mean, it was pretty simple. So we want to get him back to his team in junior and get going. And I felt like he had a very strong camp, but he's young. He's 18. And you said it, Yurchek's a little bit different. He's played with men the last couple of years. We have more options with him, so he's going to get a little bit of a longer look here.
You guys have a lot of, forwards and defensemen young. But, I mean, as far as your defensemen, with those two in particular, you just drafted them. They're top 12 picks or whatever in the draft. What did you think just overall of the both of them and kind of what the future may hold here with those guys?
Very promising. It's where their ceiling's going to tap out at, I don't know. I can look at both those guys and go, they're going to play in the NHL, barring injury or something crazy. But you can tell they both think the game very well. Both very mobile, very assertive. I think focused athletes. Different styles a little bit, but you can see why the organization was excited to draft them. And so I think the future is very bright back there. And patience is a tough word. Everybody wants it. Patience is talked about a lot in August and July. Yeah, we're patient, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, we want to see him, but we got to do what's right for the kid. And you saw with Sillinger last year. I felt like he was mature enough to handle it. I thought his body was physically mature enough to handle the workload, and he stayed. Might be different for other guys. So again, every year, every guy's situation is going to be different, but there's a real bright future there.
Throughout camp, you've been playing, obviously, Marchenko with Chinnikov a little bit. I know they were broken up for a couple games, but that's just kind of something you want to kind of see if there's maybe chemistry that can be developed there.
Yeah, it does help. They both speak the language, so you can see that they can help each other out as far as Chinny's been here for a year now. So that helps him. He looks more comfortable this year, and he knows our drills. He knows the process at camp. He's understanding that. So, by design a little bit, I hope he can help Marchie. Again, Marchie, different situation. He's played with men over the last few years, and he's kind of been up and down a little bit, but that's pretty normal. These games can be tough because camp's hard too. So every day's a new day, a new chapter for him.
At this point right now, do you feel like he's made pretty good progress, though, compared to maybe when he started Traverse City?
Oh, that seems like a long time ago, Traverse City.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's, some days good,
right?
some days, yeah. I mean, energy's going to be lower some days. How do you fight through it? So, yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of progress there, but we'll wait and see.
What do you want to see from that Bean-Blankenburg pair? Those guys kind of battling right now?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of guys battling. It's not just those two. Show me your best. Like I said, I keep saying it. I can only dress 6 for opening night. So, and we got some good defensemen. I want my decision to be really hard. Make it hard on me, and hopefully it's super tough. You make it easy on me, then you'll be on the outside looking in. So, it's just go play your game. What are you good at? Don't do something that maybe is way outside of your comfort zone. But like I just said here a little bit ago, every game matters for these guys. It's important. If you want to be on the opening night roster and playing, you got to show me you want to be there, and you got to earn that space.
Got a plan for the goalies tonight?
I do, yeah. Yep.
Can you tell us?
I'm not going to let you in on that, but there'll be 2 goalies dressing.